As far as the RuPaul's Drag Race franchise goes, Rusicals are hands down one of my favorite challenges there is. As far as this episode is concerned, I found myself quite underwhelmed. Let's talk about it, y'all. What's up, everybody? It's your girl Bonnie Scotch. Thank you so much for clicking on my video today. I wanted to bring you a recap for RuPaul's Drag Race. This is season 16, episode 7. And before I get into this recap, I just wanted to apologize for missing last week's episode. To be quite honest with you all, was just not in the spirit of recording for Drag Race. I just felt as though I didn't have that much commentary for the last episode, and I only want to put out my best, most entertaining work. So I figured maybe I might do something where I come in and review every 2 episodes. If I have commentary for something that I missed, then I'll go ahead and touch that. But the last one, I just thought it was cute. The dolls, the branding, I thought it was a very good challenge. It was a great idea, but it didn't really give for me. I did enjoy Law Roach as a guest judge. I thought he was a great presence on the show. I'm familiar with Law's judging style from Legendary, and I didn't always agree with Law. I feel like I would be beefing with Law a lot if he came on this show, but I think he would be pretty good. I saw a lot of people talking about how they want to make him permanent, and I wouldn't mind seeing it. Between him and T.S. Madison, absolutely. I like Ross. Carson can go. Michelle is starting to wear me thin. She's starting to wear me down with her judging style, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later as it concerns Megami. Before we get into this recap, go ahead and hit the like button for me. When you hit the like button, not only is it a free way to support my channel, but it also lets YouTube know that I'm here and that you all are rocking with my commentary. And YouTube starts to shoot my content out to other viewers just like you, an audience who ordinarily would not get an opportunity to connect with my channel. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and get on into it. The name of this episode is The Sound of Rusic. The hills are alive with the sound of Rusic. We are back in the workroom after Maya's lip sync. The girls are impressed with her, and she's really having this cocky moment. And she said, the new lip sync assassin has arrived, and whoever I gotta send home, I'm sending home. I feel you, Maya. I feel you. I get what you're saying. I get where you're coming from. But here's the thing about that. When you lip sync multiple times, what happens to a lot of the girls is that the performance starts to get monotonous. It starts to feel like, okay, we already know what she's going to give. It's the same splits. It's the same tricks and stunts. What I'm trying to say is that, Maya, you cannot lip sync your way to the crown. That's not how this show works. You got to have that spark, that it girl factor. So yeah, what I'm just trying to say is nobody in Drag Race history has ever bucked their way from the bottom 3 every week to the crown. So I just want you to maybe focus on getting it right in the challenges as opposed to having this defeatist attitude like, okay, well, I'm going to be in the bottom again and I'll beat them. And it's like, that's not really the mentality that we want you to have. PJ asked Safira how the potion was, and Safira confessed that she wasn't feeling that great, and she got in her head. And I really wish that she hadn't, because what she made for the runway was really fierce. I think the problem with Sapphira at this moment is that she is disappearing, and she has been for a few episodes. I'm not seeing the dazzle and the sparkle and the star that I got from her, those first couple of episodes. Q fans, y'all are not going to like what I have to say. I find Q to be very irritating. She was pointing out the girls who didn't have a win and saying that Megami has half a win. No, it's a full win, mama, and I need you to get into it. Megami more than deserves. She wrote her verse and Nymphia's for the girl group challenge. She did the work for two people. She outshined you, Miss Q, in the girl group performance. So for you to twist up your mouth to say anything in regards to Megami is really wild to me. Q, I need for you to relax because your energy is just giving me very pressed. The girls are picking their roles for the Rusical. Q and Plasma are getting on my nerves once again, but especially Plasma right now. She's saying that she doesn't want to be pushed around and you can't put baby in a corner. And she mentions how the same thing basically happened for the SNL skit. Like she was assigned a role or whatever like that. And it's like, but mama, you won. So what are you saying right now? I just feel like Plasma needs to relax. She's very much a control freak. She very much overthinks and gets in her head. And it's like, have some self-awareness. I think that's what I want most for Plasma. I like Plasma. And here's the thing. I said this, I must have said it maybe the first or second episode. I said this when we were first introduced to Plasma. I think it might have been episode 1. Go back and look. Okay? I said, y'all are going to give Plasma the Jinx Monsoon treatment and she's going to eat y'all up. And she's eating the girls up. She's won 2 challenges already. Who else has done that? I feel like Safira has 2. Does she have 2? Yeah, I think it's Sapphira and Plasma are 2 for 2 right now. I told you all that Plasma was that girl, but she does annoy me. I'm like, girl. Please, come. Sit right here next to me. Put your hands on your lap. Enough. PJ is walking around the room being antagonistic. What else is new? In the last episode, she was saying that she's mean and rude because her parents are Russian and Jewish, and they hate drag. So that's why she's such a cunt. Any Russians in my audience want to weigh in? Any Russian Jews in my audience want to weigh in? Any Jews, anybody of that variation want to touch on what that means? Okay. Q is leaning into this villain role, going around the room judging how she thinks the girls are going to do in the Rusical. And this is just wild to me because I feel like, girl, you can't dance. You walk like a Clydesdale. You can't even walk on beat. So why are you sitting around worrying about what the other girls are doing? This is not a sewing challenge. You need to be worried about you. This is my problem with these girls. They always want to jump down in somebody else's workstation and question, oh, what are you doing? Like Plain Jane is, she does this thing where she's like, I've noticed that like very early on, Bob and Monet mentioned that in their review. And I was like, oh my God, I have been forgetting to talk about how she does this. And it looks so stupid. So instead of walking around doing that stupid face and asking shady questions, just focus on your work and turn it out. You don't have time to turn it out when you're walking around being messy. The girls are rehearsing with Adam Shankman. He brings out Melissa McCarthy as his special guest. She says some very encouraging and kind words to the queen. And I thought that this was a really sweet moment. Tsunami, Q, and Plain Jane are up rehearsing now. Adam tells Q that the Baroness is the full woman experience and that she's giving straight up boy and messy man. Q was up there clomping around, stomping around, looking a damn mess. But she wanted to sit up and criticize everybody else in the workroom. Just like I said, speaking up when it's not your turn to speak up. Dawn's confessionals for this episode were really irritating to me. She was just coming off bitchy and rude to me. We learned that Plain Jane was a ballroom dancer for 9 years. She quit because someone in school said to her that it was gay. The first two groups perform, and I'm underwhelmed by the music. Tsunami looks the best she's ever looked. This is the beat that I've been wanting to get from Tsunami Muse all season. It was pretty. Here's the thing about Tsunami's makeup that's been bothering me. Sometimes it's really on and sometimes it's off. Sometimes the nose contour is too harsh, sometimes it's perfect. Sometimes the mid section of her face looks really washed out, and other times it doesn't. It's just been a lot of inconsistency from Tsunami Muse, and I think this was so beautiful. Also, in the last challenge, when Miss Charo came for the mini challenge, Tsunami, that wig, that tousled kind of pixie wig, oh my God. That is one of my favorite hairstyles on a black woman. When it's just that really feathered, tousled, it's a kind of a long pixie, and the sides have like these cute little sideburns. It is one of the most perfect things. Tsunami, you ate that. Mug was mugging, Muggiana. This was how I felt about this challenge as well. Perfect mug on Tsunami, okay? Now, here's the thing. I didn't enjoy this musical. I did not go up for it. I found the music to be irritating. I found overall the performances were underwhelming. I know everybody was going up for Plasma. I thought Plasma did what she needed to do. She did cool. She didn't do bad, but she didn't blow me away either. I thought that Safira did the best. Safira stole the show. She was the most engaging character up there, and everybody else kind of just fell into the background for me. So as far as Rusicals go, this is probably my least favorite. I never want to see it again. I never want to watch it again. And I don't think I've ever felt like that about a Rusical. I'll rewatch any of them, to be honest with you. I think my favorite was it season 14? The one with Bosco and Lady Camden? I think that was one of the best. I think that's still my favorite. Also, there was a Rusical in All Stars. It was the one with Alyssa Edwards, where they were all doing like famous historic women. I think that was one of the better Rusicals as well. I didn't love it, you all. So the name of this runway is I Can Buy Myself Flowers. I did not love RuPaul's look. I thought she looked good from the top half of the bra up. I didn't understand what was happening for the rest of the dress. I'm just going to go ahead and read off my favorite looks because I feel like there are still so many girls in this competition, y'all. Okay, what do I have here? So my favorite looks. Plasma looks great. This is very My Fair Lady. I think that this is the best that Plasma has looked on this show, period. She looks soft. She looks feminine. She looks pretty. This yellow is really, really working for her. The gown is impeccably done. The reference is there. The taste is there. Plasma, you ate that, mama. I have nothing bad to say about what Plasma wore tonight. She looks terrific. This is the best she's ever looked. Safira. Miss Thing, you know you didn't have to do this. This is probably the best runway I have ever seen for RuPaul's Drag Race, what Sapphira did. The best. I've never seen anything like that, and I can't imagine that anything is going to top that anytime soon. That is high drag. She really looked like some kind of creature. Something from a sci-fi movie coming towards my screen. I said, holy hell. The hair. the makeup, the hair being like that inner kind of stem that's inside of a flower that the bee lands on. What? This was so severe. I gasped. I gasped. My mouth was agape. My mouth was on the floor. I cannot say enough good things about Saphira's look. Safira, you tore. Between that and the Cher look, we've seen you pull it. We have seen you pull it on this runway. So Maya, I think she looks really great as a rose. I love this gown. The red looks great against her skin. I just want Maya to work on her makeup. The middle of her face is too white, and that nose contour, my God in heaven, for the love of all that is holy. Please, Black queens, please. Start blending out these nose contours. There is no reason for there to be big brown lines visible and not blended on your nose. It looks a mess. It looks crazy. Please. Shea Coulee does it. Luxe Noir London does it. Maya Iman LePage does it. Tsunami Muse does it. Lala Reed does it. Stop it. Why can't it just be blended? You're still gonna get the snatch. Like, oof. Them nose contours y'all be doing be stressing me out, girl. Nymphia, Miss Thing. High fashion meets camp, the leaves in the pockets, the layers, everything. I mean, this looks very runway. Nymphia, what can I say? Nymphia is always going to turn it on the runway. We didn't see a whole lot of Nymphia this episode. She was very, very quiet. I don't know if that was the edit or what, but I found that was interesting. This was one of my favorite looks next to Sapphira. Now, here was the thing. Q got good critiques, and all she did was walk around the stage with the fur stole and make faces. All of that she likes to do. She's done that face when she did the brick. She did that face when she did the puppeteer show. It's always the faces with Q, and it's always the same thing. It's gotten old for me. I don't get it. I don't get the appeal. I just don't get it. You know, maybe it's not for me to get, and that's fine. Also, I didn't get Michelle Visage's critiques towards Megami. She's saying, oh, you're not doing the same makeup, it's the same look. What are you talking about? Michelle just be saying stuff just to say it, and I want her to hush. I'm tired of Michelle Visage as a judge. I'm sorry. She can go. Bring back Laura Roach. Let Laura replace her. I'm sick of Michelle Visage. I really am, y'all. All these girls do the same makeup. All these girls make the same expressions. So what are we saying here? Anyway, Maya and... Plasma wins. Maya and Megami are up for elimination, and the song is I don't know if the song is Flowers or By Myself. Flowers by Miley Cyrus. Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. I think it's called Flowers. So Maya kicks off her shoes, which is generally frowned upon in Drag Race culture, but then she starts turning it, and she gives us a church moment and a dance break, and I thought it was really fierce. Then she gave us this running penguin slide, which... yes, it was never before seen on Drag Race, but also I was thinking, damn, she scuffed up a really nice dress. Then she broke out into a nasty spin when Miley hit the note towards the end of the song. So Maya, you really turned it out. Congratulations on your win. Megami, it was your time to hit it, but we love you. And like she said, support local drag and protect queer art. Yes, ma'am. Let's talk about Untucked really quick. PJ is saying, when is Maya going to give personality and that she's bored with her? Well, PJ, I'm bored with you. I'm bored with your hatefulness. I'm bored with your commentary. I'm bored with the predictable nature of your character. We have Dawn questioning Tsunami on how her look is floral. But Dawn, how is your look floral, mama? Tsunami looked more floral than you. I actually got floral from Tsunami. I got Venus flytrap from her. From you, I just got demon horns and red tears and a bunch of blue flowers from Michael's crazy glued to the bottom of your dress. Okay. Megami called out Q for her critiques, and I agree. Q didn't do shit but make some faces she made in the talent show and when she was the brick. One note. Runway, we've seen those long extended arms, coming out like a transformer. I wasn't impressed. I didn't love the look. It was just like a corset and a garter or some high boots with a bunch of flowers stuck to it. It was rhinestoned and jeweled really well, but that was all it was. It didn't really give me concept. I didn't really know what I was looking at, so I didn't live for it. Tsunami having more energy for Megami, but not for Q. What did I miss? I mean, I didn't see Megami say anything to her. Did I miss it? Maybe I did. Safira is going on about how she wanted to please Adam during the critiques. And that made me a little bit uncomfortable. Lusting after him in the confessional, I didn't like it. It seemed pressed. Megami apologized to Tsunami, and it was a very sweet scene. Maya says that she's a ballad girl. And what I like about Maya is that she has layers. She's quiet, and we don't know what she's packing in that tiny body of hers. Megami is a born and raised New Yorker like me, so I have major respect for her. She's not claiming the city. She is a city girl, and I bang with Megami, so you will definitely be missed. And that was the episode, you all. Get down in the comments with me. Let me know what you thought about this episode. Hit the like button on the way out, and I will see y'all for the next one. Peace. I've been all in my phone, I got options, and I don't